up, everybody? It's your girl Popularity here, coming to you with another video. You already know what's up. So as you guys can see from the title above, we are going to be doing a what do people say when you leave the room? Like when you walk out, what's being said? You know, what's good, what's tea? It's not really a gossip tea video, but it's just like I want to know what people say when I leave the room. Kind of a what do people say behind your back type of vibe. And how I want to kind of focus the energy, let me try to set my intention right now. Like I want to highlight important parts that like coincide with sometime recently. I don't know, like just think about when you've walked out of certain rooms at any point in time over these last couple of weeks. And just focus that energy. And I'm going to be like, you know, like, what's going on? We're just going to tap in. So we have 3 piles. Pile 1 is going to be the High Priestess. I'm going to try to get it as clear as possible. I don't know what was going on with my camera as far as trying to get it to focus. Girl, I start playing with stuff and just start fucking up. Literally. Always trying to mess with the settings on this camera. Pile 2 is going to be the High Priestess. Also, y'all, I'm still waking up. So don't mind me. But pile 2 is going to be the High Priestess. Of course, pile 2 is going to be the fucking High Priestess. See, this is how I know I'm just waking up. Every pile is the High Priestess. I'm sorry. Let's just take from the top, okay? So we are going to be using the High Priestess card for each pile. Pile 1, right here, are black and white, okay? Pile 1 is going to be the New Era Elements Tarot. Okay. Pile 2 is going to be the, let me get the box for you, Golden Tarot. And then pile 3 is going to be our good old fashioned Muse Tarot. Okay, so we have the Muse Tarot for pile 3. What I'll probably do is, no, I'm not gonna do that. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just keep it like this. So yeah, you guys, go ahead, pick intuitively, and I will see you guys at your pile. I'll zoom in and, you know, shut up so you guys can like really focus. All right, so yes, see there. Okay, so pile 1, automatically, I ain't gonna lie, I just got this feeling of like dread, grief, like this feeling in the, like, not even the pit. Would that be the pit of my stomach? It's more towards the top. I don't know. Somebody here could have acid reflux, or you could just be, I don't know, you could be going through a situation where you're grieving, or some of you guys might even have a little bit of anxiety around what the fuck is being said about your ass, okay? There could be just like a little bit of some, oh shoot, like, you know, I want to know, but like I don't want to know. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but let's see what's good. When it comes to those that chose pile 1. So now, it's funny though, because some of you guys definitely are funny. I'm getting like, I'm toggling between the emotions of grief and just giggliness. I don't know what that's about. So maybe I'll ask about that. Who are my pile 1s? Who are my pile 1s? What do I need to know? Who are my pile 1s? Page of Wands. Yep. So some of you guys could be moody. I'm not gonna lie. So you could sometimes be a little moody. You could be quick to temper, but also I feel like you're very fun. You're, I'm not gonna lie, smart, witty, okay? I'm not gonna lie, like some of y'all be making inappropriate jokes, but I feel like there's like there's a lot of I do this in jest, okay, type of energy with you guys. You could be a fire sign. I mean, you could be male, you could be younger, But regardless of the fact, I'm seeing you guys being as someone who might even be a bit inspirational to some people. Something about your youthfulness. And I'm going to say it. The word is not childish. I guess it would be just your youthfulness. But I ain't going to lie. Some people do be thinking you childish, though. That I am getting that just a little bit. But that don't got to be a bad thing. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys could be very goofy. That's how it's coming off. Or something is very like giggly. I don't know. You guys could be that person that people just find to be funny. That is so weird. Anyway, let me just jump right into what do people say when you leave the room. When my pile 1 leaves the room. Something about your hair. You have really nice hair. There could be compliments about your hair. There's something very like, is enigmatic a word? Probably not. I just probably made that up. There's a little bit of an enigma type energy here. You know, we love that word. But there's something here. It's like I'm toggling between energies with this group. So you could have like a mix of different emotions that come from people, or that could have just been a thing recently. Maybe you could have been in an environment. Okay, for example, let's say I'm walking into not a store. Let's say I'm walking into my place of work. There are coworkers around me. Obviously, I know them. And there are also customers in here. I really don't know them. You get what I'm saying? So let's say I walk into work and some of my coworkers know about the fact that my grandfather... Yeah, okay, I don't got a grandfather right now. Girl, I had to really think about that. Some people know that my grandfather passed, okay? So they know that I'm grieving. They know that possibly when I'm walking around this place, I might be moping a little bit. I might be a little bit, you know, moody. I might be trying to maybe cover stuff up a little bit, you know, remain professional at the workplace, not get too sad. You know, they just might have that insight. However, a customer wouldn't. You get what I'm saying? So basically where I'm trying to get at with this is it feels like you guys were in an environment, or there's an environment that's being highlighted right now where there are people in that environment when you're walking in, walking out, who specifically may know certain things about you or certain things about a recent situation, and that affects what is being said about you when you leave the room. Like, for example, going back to that, the coworkers might say, oh, like, dang, did you see pile 1? They look kind of sad. Like, I just wonder if they're doing all right. I mean, they're still making jokes, you know, they seem real put together, but there's something they seem a little bit off. Because that's the thing, you guys have a fun energy with this Page of Wands, and you guys can be very talkative or very social when you want to be. Or there's just something about your personality that I feel like, I don't know, at this last little place that I'm picking up on, or whatever's being highlighted, there's someone here that just felt like you were not yourself, okay? But going back to what I was trying to get at. So anyway, the customers, though, you know, they don't really know you from a can of paint. So they might not have that extra perspective to even have that insight. I should just flip those. But they might not even be able to realize that you're having a moment of grieving, or that you might be trying to cover up other emotions. They're just looking at your outer appearance. Oh shit, like pile 1 got some nice hair. Like, did you see that girl? Her hair was really nice. Like, she had a really nice bob cut. Something about precision when it comes to the hair. Like, there's some type of precision, some type of neatness. It doesn't matter what the hairstyle is. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. That's kind of how people view you. I also feel like there's talk about your attire. Somebody here, you could wear, like, I don't know, you could like the thrift. I don't know. It's like your attire is being highlighted, but I'm not getting like a bunch of designer brands, or like, you know, I don't know, a collar, a suit tie. No, it feels more relaxed, but trendy, okay? It works for you. You wear things that really work for you. They kind of really help bring out your personality. You could use your, like, how you dress. Sorry, I'm checking on Bliss. I gotta look at my little Baby monitor. Okay, she's good. I don't know. You could use, if you're not one to speak a lot, like if you just happen to be that one that doesn't say much, your outfit could be how you express your personality. Like you could use your outfit to express that, or I don't know. There's something about that here. So let's get into it. What are people saying? There's something about this 7 energy with y'all. What are people saying when Pile 1 leaves the room? I don't know why I'm getting this. I gotta be honest, Pile 1. There's something that happened recently where I'm getting more of like a, it's almost like I said, like I'm getting, I don't feel grief right now, but my head, I just got like a, like not scowling, but I don't know, like did something happen recently? Was there like an issue, a little argument, like were you tense? If that's not the case, you might just have that demeanor. Maybe when you walk out, ooh yeah, y'all are that one where it's like, normally it's my last pile, but y'all have that different energy that I feel like can, different people can pick up on different things at the same damn time and be getting a whole different side of you. Like it's almost like I'm getting like an octagon or something, and different people are looking at you from different angles of like that shape, if you know what I mean. So it's like we have what, 8 different perspectives. Fuck, is an octagon 8? Octagon is 8, right? Y'all know I'm still waking up. Don't judge me. Anyway, that what I just did is what you do to people. There's something very, you draw people in, but it's confusing. It's confusing. Even right here, right? So what the hell is this? What is this? The 7 of, not the 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, not the 7 of Wands. Dang, what is this? Oh, this might be the 7 of Cups. I don't even know. Give me 1 second. Let me collect myself. Okay, girl. Because why is that the 7 of Pentacles? So, real quick, let me tell y'all. I'm getting a little bit of stress with this pile. I don't know. Did y'all recently have words with someone? This could even just be the general energy that some of you guys could just be in when watching this. I don't know. But let me just tell you. So there's someone here, I gotta be honest. There's like this energy of like, Pile 1 is a bit impulsive, or like, there's something very fast moving about you. So, some of you guys move really fast, or when you're moving through to try to get something done, you are moving through. You have a straight face, you got that resting bitch face. There's something intimidating about your presence. You look very focused, you know what I mean? It's crazy because I'm getting this energy on one end where it's like, there are some people that they're like, oh yeah, don't get in Pile 1's way right now. Pile 1 is headed over there to the kale and no one can stop them. Do not get in their way. Do not ask them where the fruit is. Do not try to have a conversation. They are gone, right? But then it's so funny because why do I feel like some of you guys be having these strange occurrences where at the worst times possible, there are some people that just will talk to you. You ever have that uncomfortable conversation that it's like, it's almost like you can't really pull away from it because you just don't know how to do it without being rude. So you listen to that person and then they get into this deep story about their grandkids or about, I don't know, like something. And then you end up kind of like benefiting from the conversation, even though it probably just took half of your life and you really didn't have time to chat in the first place. And now you're late for that meeting that you were supposed to go to. It's like, there's something about that here. I feel like y'all have occurrences like that, but you're able to think about it after and be like, damn, I kind of needed that. That's for somebody here. Woo, girl, this is like, whoa. Very deep pile here. But there's a vibe about being intimidated. Like, there's a focus here. Some people, they kind of keep their thoughts to themselves. I don't feel like there's a lot of like, they speak on it. They just think it. Like, they're focused, sharp. I will say, when you've left the room, there have been people that have said you're smart, witty, might even have a smart mouth. Okay, what do people say? What are people saying when Pile 1 leaves the room? What are people saying when Pile 1 leaves the room? Look at that shit, the devil. Why am I getting this? Okay, if some of y'all don't like y'all job, you definitely got some people around you that be hating. Ew. Okay, so what are people saying when, why the devil? You definitely got some people that are hating. Yep, you definitely got people that are hating. So, okay. First of all, there could be an energy here. I'm getting they're attractive, okay? But I'm not gonna lie. And how I'm telling it, like I'm telling you guys what I'm seeing in the cards, but just kind of reform what I'm saying as if somebody was saying it about you, right? I do feel like there's this energy of maybe people know that you're very anxious. You can become obsessive about certain things, maybe even your work. But one thing that they can't say, you're very good at whatever it is that you do. You might have moments of being a little bit high strung, maybe even of questioning yourself. It could even be just right now. I don't know, you might feel a little bit off your game a little bit. Whatever the case may be, this feels more energetic. Let me just tell you though. What they can't say is that you don't know how to do your job. People know you know how to do your job, okay? So it's like, yeah, pile one will be able to get that done. Oh yeah, pile one. Something about you, like something about what you do, what you put on or how you show up is very neat, very put together in a way, but not in like a, I don't know, not in like a perfection type of way, like I gotta have my shirt on. There's just something here that I feel like is very mesmerizing about your energy. I'm sorry, you see this shit? I'm over here, this is what I'm over here looking at, being like while I'm over here quiet jumbling around, because let me tell you something. I have to be honest, I'm gonna have to make sure to put this pile up in the afternoon. This is not what I want people to see as they're going into their morning. Okay, they might get off on the wrong foot and be done cuss somebody out at their job. But no, this was at the bottom of the deck. This is the Ten of Wands. And then we also have the, oh, it's not the Ten of Wands. This is the Ten of Swords. And this is the Nine of Swords. Heavy on the Gemini energy, okay? Something happened here. Okay, let me tell you something. It's hard for me not to get away from these more negative feelings that I'm getting. It's not necessarily like people talking shit about you. It's something that I feel like happened to you. Were you outcasted? Like, were you, if this has anything to do with work, there's just some very nosy coworkers. I don't know if they're talking about a meeting. There's like some back end stuff happening here where maybe someone's opening their mouth that shouldn't be. Like if you're your boss and you had a meeting and you guys kind of went tit for tat a little bit, or, it wasn't the best meetings. It's almost like the boss should be professional enough to not be sharing that with other, 555 on the clock. The boss should be professional enough to not be sharing that with other people, but it feels like there's been some gossip somewhere in the workplace and it's caused like an outcast situation, or it just feels like that's what people are talking about at this time, where it's like, oh, did you see pile one get chewed out? Or did you see that pile one hasn't been, I don't know. It's like a lot around like something that you're doing is like not normally you. I don't know. And it feels like people are talking about that. That is so interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, no, I can't leave y'all like that. I want to go to my different cards. Let's go to some different cards. And look at that. As soon as I split the deck, we have deception. What the fuck y'all got going on? Okay. What do people say when pile one leaves the room? Look at this shit. Fragmented energy. So as of recently, your energy may just feel a little bit like it's bouncing around a bit. You could, like I said, be on the go. You have a lot going on. You could even be very forgetful. I do also feel like with fragmented energy is when you leave the room, you definitely, it's not like you just leave the room and people don't think about you for a couple seconds. I'm not saying everybody is just in there like stuck on you for like 15,000 hours. No, it just feels like you're somebody that when you leave the room, you're noticed, and something about your presence lingers back, where most people in the room are thinking something about you. Now, granted, like I said, I feel like with these other cards, these more sour energies. This is very specific to a very specific situation. However, in general, I feel like you're that group that knows how to grab people's attention, even if you don't want it when you leave the room, because something on you feels very fashionable, or like it's like a statement piece. I don't know. Something just feels like people see that when you leave, and like they have to kind of think about you when you leave the room, whether it's about your hair, how you walked, or how you talked, or how charismatic you were. It's like, yeah, you linger. You definitely linger. I gotta go to this deck. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I didn't think I was gonna have to do it, but I guess this is that read. Well, this is getting me excited for the what's gossip, what's tea reading that I'll be doing at some point. So let's see. This will probably be a exclusive Patreon post. So for pile 1, what do people say when they leave the room? What are people saying when they leave the room? Okay. Ooh, not racist. So we have xenophobe. Y'all could stand out in some way, and that could be drawing attention right now. I'm not gonna lie, there is this outcasted energy or standout energy. You see how you got that one vulture right here, and then you got the pack over here. You have this one black piece right here, and then you have all the white pieces right here. So for whatever reason you're standing out right now, you could be new to an area. So yes, but also I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, people could think you're racist, or there could be someone racist at your job that could be saying some of these things that I'm talking about. Look at this. We have differences, bitch. One thing is not like the other. When you leave the room, we could take this real positive. Like I said, if you know that other stuff don't apply, just know that that's for someone else. I can't walk around it. It's like too many cars pointing in that direction. But you guys stand out. Something about you stands the fuck out. And it makes you different. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like it makes you a target, but that's, you know, I don't feel like that's anything to shy away from. Keep being authentically you. Some people love it. Other people, it might threaten them. Other people act like they hate it, but really want to be it. That's just the vibe here. So you always have people talking about how you do something different or how you can pull something off. Like, ooh, like Power One, like I normally hate them black forces, but when Power One wears them, like those are cute on her. Or like, wow, she really got the shape for that. Or wow, he could really like wear that cut. Like that's cool. Like, you know, boom, it like works for you. That's why they be hating. That's why they be mad. So we have homelessness. There's no place like home. Let me tell y'all, somebody here, and this just might be extra tea. I'm telling you, it goes back to that scenario that I was just talking about, that example I gave when you walk into a workplace and there might be some people that know intimate details about you. So basically going back to that example, for this homelessness, there's no place like home. This would remind me of what those co-workers might be privy to. Maybe you lost your house, had to move from your apartment, had some struggles with home. It's like somebody here in whatever environment I'm picking up on, it feels like this would apply to those, or to a specific situation where this person knew something about you. It's almost like they know some of the problems that you've went through. Did some of y'all recently get in a little argument with your partner? I don't know. Anyway, homelessness, there's no place like home. I feel like I said, if you have some type of home situation where things kind of went left, people could be talking about that. But also, if you're new to the area, people are just talking about how you, like, oh, you know, Pile 1 is new. People are making it known. Pile 1 is new. Even if you're trying to blend in, nope, they're going to make it known. Another thing about you is people, I don't feel like someone would say this when you leave the room, but there's something about you that can't be detected or can't be, like, I literally just saw like a little mouse, and I saw somebody try to take a jar and put it on the little mouse, but it's like they can't catch it. They can't contain it. Something about you can't be contained or tracked. It's like once you leave the room, you're gone. So if you go on a lunch break, it's like peace. People don't really know where you're at. hard to reach. Okay, when I think there's no place like home, it's almost like you don't have one set spot where you stay put. Okay, you don't stay put. There's always like this floating energy with you. So like I'm getting a conversation of, hey, did you see Pile One? And they're like, oh, well, you know, Pile One, Beyond the Go, you know, Pile One be having a lot going on. So, you know, I really couldn't tell you where Pile One is. You know, I never really know. You know how Pile One is. Like, you know Pile One. Like, that's what this is giving me. People like when you wear black. Somebody here, you could have like a more, like, it's like an aesthetic of, what is that called? Like alternative. And that's talked about. Let's see. Also, with this homelessness card, if you recently got your life back together after a situation such as this, people talking about that for sure. I think this is going to be a little bit of some gossip plus, you know, y'all got a little extra. So we have thirst trap. I need attention now. People like to look at your body. There's something about your body that's very sexy, okay? You guys are very attractive. I feel like it's very settled. Not your attractiveness, but like something about your energy is very settled. Like you don't do the most, but there's a lot of attention that I feel like can be drawn to y'all, or like you guys could pick up on. That can cause you possibly to even shift and be a little moody at times in certain situations for those of you that are highly sensitive. For others of you, I just feel like you be in your own world doing your own thing, but people be paying attention to you, like you're highlighted. And something about you looks very good, possibly even perfect to other people. I do feel like you guys are caught in the crossfire of jealousy or envy or even like people hating. Like you can become a target. I can see that just because of this look that you have. But with that being said, you're also, like I said, people are very mesmerized by you. For sure. That's kind of what I'm getting. I'm going to leave that there because I was not expecting this to kind of like take that direction. You know, y'all keep doing you. Let me know how that resonates for some of you guys. You know, if only a little bit, if a lot of it, you know, let me know. So, yes, Pile 1, that was your spirit. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Yo, Pile 2. So, for you guys, y'all know that one beat that be like, dun 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 dun. Some of you guys know how to dance, or you recently were somewhere where, I don't know, you could always have headphones on, or you was like jamming. Like people know you like music, you have good taste in music. And I don't know, I'm seeing you walking somewhere or moving around and you got your headphones in. Could even be at the gym. Ooh, this Pile, if you work out or if you go to like a gym where it's a lot of other people there, or like, you know, like a public gym, people would definitely be looking at you. You know what's crazy too? The vibe I'm getting with this Pile, there's another song that's coming through. When I walk in, sit up straight. I don't give a fuck if I was late. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this Pile, you are sexy. Definitely sexy. You could be someone that's very important in the workplace. You could be taller. Possibly even slender. Don't have to be. You could be born in the winter time, or even like somewhere near the fall, winter. But again, like I said, don't have to be. So, some of the things that I feel like that are said when you leave the room, just channeling, something about either how you talk, how your voice sounds, or like, yeah, something about how you communicate or how you articulate yourself that is definitely talked about. When Pile 2 leaves the room, what is being said? What needs to be highlighted when Pile 2 leaves the room? So we have the 4 of Cups. So people like you, okay? I feel like people normally like you, or there's this energy of, cause you, ooh. Oh, I heard something. But anyway, no, that wasn't her. But it's almost like people really like you. So like when you walk out of a room, and this could be like in general, but this could also be, like I said, tailored to a specific situation that you need to know about, that you thought about when you, okay, meditated on this in the beginning. So anyway, it's like I'm getting a lot of like, I like them. Y'all take the attention. Like, you're funny, you're not boring. 222 on the clock. Like, I feel like your presence was needed. I feel that. Like, there's an energy of, oh my God, their presence was needed, or your presence is normally needed. So you could be that type of person at the workplace, for example. You like to stop in on maybe some of your other friends and be like, hey, what's up? You know, or stop into someone else's office, be like, hey, what's going on? Or whatever. People like to see you. Or like, even going to a restaurant, even if you're just walking in, maybe you frequent McDonald's in the morning, you always get a hash brown and then you leave. Just a simple fact that maybe it's how you speak. Maybe you say good morning. Maybe it's just how you look, the vibe, the energy. It's like I could see that McDonald's worker at the drive-through, like you making their day. Little do you know, you make their day. Like when you come in or when you go through the drive-through or some place that you frequent often, there's somebody there. You make the day. You make their day. Like once you start frequenting a place, like your energy is needed. I hope that makes sense. So I'm getting a lot of like, oh, they're fun. Like, they're not boring. They have good conversation. I don't feel like I have to withdraw. Like, 333 on the clock. Like, I feel like I can actually talk to them. Like, I actually fuck with them. Like, there's a lot of that. You are very mysterious, though, when it comes to your outside life. So let's see. When Pile 2 walks out of the room, what are people saying when they leave the room? What are people saying when they leave the room? 8 of Swords. What are people saying when they leave the room? 2 of Wands. What is this about? Okay. You guys could be very indecisive. Those of you, there was a place, okay, it could have been a grocery store or some type of place where you had to exchange money. I will say, you guys could also be very shy at times, okay? Or at least whoever I'm picking up on. Certain things could make you nervous. This feels like a very specific incident. Like maybe there was a transaction, maybe you had a meeting with an important figure here. I feel like there's something that specifically happened with whatever this Page of Pentacles, with whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, where maybe you had to do something in front of them or give a speech or like talk or something. This is very specific. It feels like you might have gotten nervous or like your nerves may have popped out, but it's so funny because you articulate yourself very well. So some of you guys may be one of those people who articulates yourself very well, but there are still certain speech and debate or like conversations or what did I used to do back in the military? That's so funny how I'm acting like I forgot. Like maybe you had to give a presentation and I don't know, you were like a little nervous, okay? So somebody here, you're a college student and maybe you had to recently give a presentation or there's something that you had to like bring up. I feel like there are 2 people specifically who are able to pick up on nervous energy. This is very, very specific. This reading is, whew, girl, crazy. But anyway, with this 8 of Swords, this 2 of Wands, I feel like something about you, there's something about indecision, indecisive, or outside of all of that, you guys could also be a little bit unaware of all the attention that kind of comes on you when you leave a room. Like, I'm getting a lot of like, Pile 2 just doesn't know how pretty they are. Pile 2 doesn't know how attractive they are. Pile 2, like, I don't know, like, you could have friends that be like, you know, like, Pile 2, you know Brian likes you, right? And you're like, what? No, Brian's just being nice. Or Brian, you know, there's like a, almost like a la 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 type of energy that I'm getting. Because it's 8 of Swords, you know, that could talk about anxiety or like kind of, you could say even closed-mindedness or things like that. But no, I'm getting more so, it's almost like the anxiety is around you, like other people, or there's hoopla going on around you, but you seem very like blind to it. So you could be very, some people might feel like you're a little bit optimistic or your optimism could piss people off sometimes, I feel like, or someone specifically. But with this 2 of Wands, it's crazy because I'm hearing you got a little too much dip on your chip. So some people might feel like, well, one, they feel like you're definitely very ambitious, but there could be this energy where they're like, Pile 2 got too much dip on their chip, you know, Pile 2 gotta slow their roll, but it's not in a bad way. It just feels like, let's say you're working at a specific job and it's like you're climbing up the ranks at a rate where, you know, maybe some of the other people can't keep up, or they can't even believe it, you know, maybe some of the older people. I definitely think some of you guys have someone who's older than you, not even just more experienced, like older than you, who might work with you, who might feel some type of way about the advancements that you've made in career, but oh the fuck well, right? Ooh, if some of you guys are an important person, there could be like another side to you where when you do leave the room, what has been said is ooh, like I don't know, if you tell somebody off, honey, you tell them off. Like if you have to get down to business, you get to business. And I think that could be something that throws people off, because, you know, you could be really giddy and, you know, in the mix, but like when business comes up and when you got to kind of like buckle down, you buckle down. All right, what are people saying about pile 2 when they leave the room? 10 of Cups. Oh my God, people think you're very attractive. A lot of people are like stuck on you being attractive. I feel like there's a lot of wondering, is pile 2 in a relationship? Should I make a move on pile 2? Maybe the next time pile 2 comes in, I should, you know, say something to them, okay? And I think that might also be where this 8 of Swords comes from. You make people very nervous. You make people question if they should say something to you, almost, in some case scenarios. Like, not, and I don't even mean just say something to you, like say hi. This feels like I want to be their friend. Like I want to date them. Like I want to flirt with them, or like, you know, give them a compliment, and people kind of toggle between like, dang, should I go up to them, should I not? Because like I said, you're definitely well liked, but there might be an intimidation piece there prior to someone getting to know you or getting close to you, depending on if they catch you while you're in that giddy mode or if they catch you while you're in that business mode. It just depends on, you know, what's good, what's tea, okay? So this group, even if you are male, I'm getting a strong feminine energy quality that people like, or I don't know, I could even be just picking up on a female here. Not even just because of that Queen of Pentacles, it's just the vibe that I'm getting. Let's see. People say you have a beautiful family. Like you have a beautiful family. You could have daughters, 2 kids, very sweet. I feel like there's been some conversations. Okay, this is another thing, switching it up. I feel like there's been a conversation with, or that happened above you. Like I said, it's someone that's over you, or like someone, I don't know, they feel like a boss. This feels like a boss and 2 other workers or 2 other higher ups were talking, and they were saying how they just wish you would be more confident in whatever it is that you're doing so that they could advance you. That's something that's being said when you leave the room. Like, we want to advance her, or we want to advance them. You know, there's talk about where they want to place you. So at some point recently, for someone here, there's been talk about advancing you, you know, taking you to the next level, or like just trying to see if they could fit you in that position because they feel like you could do that. Okay, if you're a male here, you love hats, and there's definitely thought, I don't know, you could wear like thought-provoking headgear, maybe even like tees that say very thought-provoking things sometimes, but I'm getting like a male with a hat. But there's compliments about that. I don't know, people like your hats, so there could be like this energy of whether people say it or they're thinking it when you leave the room. You have a really nice, I don't know, hat, and not, oh, this is so funny, like a really nice hat in head shape. This to me is more so coming through as what people think, especially if some of you guys have shorter haircuts where you might have like a tapered fade, or like a fade period, bald. There's something about like above the shoulders that I feel like is very appealing and symmetrical to people, and I don't know, they're attracted to that. Let's see, 3 of Swords. What do people say? Ooh, People might even feel some type of way if you don't talk to them when you, like, whenever you go somewhere, like, depending on the situation, you know, apply it where it needs to be applied. I keep getting this work situation, but like, if you don't give them attention, they get kind of like flustered, you know what I mean? Like, people want your attention. There could even be like, I don't know, I feel like you grab the attention off of other people even without trying, and it can kind of create that, I don't know, that disruption that's not really your fault, you know. There's something going on with this Three of Swords. Can you tell me more about this Three of Swords? Yeah, you could be someone who likes to listen to people's problems, or you might be someone that's really good at giving solutions, or you just might be very level-headed. I feel like you're able to, like, you have a very helping hand type of energy. I think that's where I was getting that feminine energy, like that mothering type of energy, or like that supportive colleague. Like, yeah, you're like that person. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it takes a lot to hate you, but it takes a lot to hate you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, that's kind of how it feels. There's a lot of positive energy here. You're very knowledgeable. Like, when you leave the room, the first thing I feel like some people would say was, oh, make sure when Pile 2 comes back, you ask Pile 2, because Pile 2 would know. Like, if someone came over and was like, hey, do you guys know how to do this formatting for this paper? They're like, no, but you know who you can rely on? Pile 2. Like, Pile 2 is very reliable. You definitely help somebody get out of a funk. You could even have big bank. I ain't gonna lie. Be careful of people wanting to, you know, always kind of ask for a handout with money, for those where that applies. But I do feel like you're very generous. Like, people feel like you're very sweet. And as of, I don't know, whatever little situation I'm picking up on, there's just a lot of positive things that have just been said. So let's see. What is being said when Pile 2 leaves the room? We have triggered, set it off. Yeah, I definitely think, like I said, when you come in, people see you. When you leave, people kind of feel some type of way. They don't want you to go, okay? I also feel like if you come into a place and you steal the energy from someone else, like someone, a petty female, I don't know, that could be very triggering. I feel like your looks do trigger some people sometimes. Now, I will say, if you need to put the hammer down, you will, okay? I feel like there could have been someone recently that you kind of had to get with. Like, when I say get with them, I mean, like, you kind of might have had to tell them about themselves or put them in their place. I don't know, there's something about you that kind of that's triggering someone. Let me ask about it. We have multiple babies, Maury Povich style drama. So people could be, like I said, talking about your kids. I think you have a beautiful family. You could even be pregnant right now. You could have 2 kids. I'm not gonna lie, people could be talking about like, oh wow, I didn't know that's where they were. Like, that whole time they were pregnant, like, there's like a shock factor here with around kids. If some of you guys kind of hid your pregnancy, or like maybe these people didn't see you for a while, there's a lot of that. So let's see, why am I getting this energy of Pile 2 triggering someone? Who has Pile 2 recently triggered? Who has Pile 2 recently triggered? The World card. The World. I feel like, I'm telling you, you see how they're walking in? You see how she's right there in the center, and then you have all these people in the background? They're background people. I'm telling you guys, your presence could trigger people when you walk into a location, based off of your looks, your demeanor, how people respond to you. So trust and believe. Although people are in awe, there might be, as I see here, someone that could have been what was I gonna say? They could have been a fixed sign, but this doesn't even feel like you would know what their sign is. This feels like stranger energy here. Like, this could happen at the store. This could happen at, I don't know, a school party. I don't know. It just feels like this is background energy. So, ooh, interesting. Interesting, okay? This is another group where I could tell that, like, well, no. I don't even know what I was gonna say. So anyway, let's keep going. Girl, I'm starving. Stomach is touching my back. Can't even think straight. What are people saying about Pile 2 when they leave the room? So we have Naive romantically. Okay, so some of you guys, someone could feel like you're naive romantically, or maybe you're too sweet. Like they're maybe like, oh, Pile 2 is such a sweetheart, but they're like a lover for love. You get what I'm saying? Like there's someone that's very, I don't know. You could even come off as too nice. Some people might feel like you're too nice. I wouldn't even say that. Oh well. Let me see. Inexperienced and overly romantic. Inexperienced and overly romantic. No, I can't walk away from that. I'm trying to get away from it. But yeah, no, I feel like someone here definitely has said that about you. Okay. I feel like I'm talking to people of different age groups here, where I don't know. I'm just getting one time, or like one moment I'm getting this very mature type of energy where it's like mature conversation. Oh, I'm sorry. And then the next minute I'm getting this, like, I don't know, it's kind of childish conversation. Like it could be coming from someone, I don't know, younger. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. And as y'all can tell, I'm kind of losing my juice. But let's see what this is. I don't think this applies. But cursing themselves, bad decisions, and regret, okay? I feel like with the vibes that I've been picking up on, as far as like recently, you know, people could be saying and thinking all types of different things, right? But I feel like something about you, people are very protective over you. Like if someone was to be mean to you, I feel like there are other people that would defend you. So if you know people like that, think of them, okay? Especially if they're in like a workplace. Those are the people that I feel like might be saying like this part. There's a lot of like, oh, I'll defend Pile 2. Like, oh, Pile 2, I don't feel like Pile 2 would do that. Like there's someone that has defended you, or like they know your character. People know your character. You have very good character. People can speak on that. You might be naive when it comes to romance or like the dating scene, or just, you know, maybe even a little bit awkward, or maybe even too sweet to some. But overall, like I said, you have really good character and there's really good vibes here, okay? Yeah, I feel like those are those people that might be saying that you're naive. I just feel like you have a certain level of blissfulness in your life, or just kind of how you maneuver. It's very like la la la. I'm kind of minding my own business, doing my own thing, you know, being kind. I kind of just boop boop boop. I don't know. Some people might think you just have it made. I don't know why I'm getting that energy. So yeah, you might also got some haters, but you know who don't. So yes, Pile 2, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Pile 3. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they're cutting the grass outside. Don't mind it. We have the 6 of Pentacles. So you guys could be a really good worker. You could be very giving, very caring, okay? You could be a Taurus. Who is Pile 3? Who is Pile 3? 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. So I feel like you guys have been, something that you may have struggled with is being there for people and them not being there for you in the same way. Like you could have like a very strong sensitivity to that, because your energy is coming out as like someone who's very giving, very fair, very equal. But we have this 5 of Pentacles, which is like the opposite of that. It's like that abandonment, that loss, you know what I mean? Possibly even that rejection. Maybe like leaving somebody out, saying, you know, no, I don't got it, you know? So that could have been something that you've struggled with. And then also that could just be another lesson, if we kind of switch it a little bit, where it's like, you may have gotten betrayed a lot when it comes to like loyalty, or like maybe even financial burdens from like overly extending yourself. There's like a lesson here that I feel like this group has learned about overextending themselves while still keeping their identity, because I feel like naturally you guys are this 6 of Pentacles type vibe, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just a good person. That's how it feels. I'm just a good person. But let's see. Some of you guys have a really nice hair color. It could be like, it's given like a ginger color. Or I don't know if you're thinking about dyeing your hair that color, 222 on the clock. That might be a go. But besides that, we also have, again, more Taurus energy. So you could be a Taurus. You could be in your element where you're only giving energy to those things that are also giving that energy back to you. It has to make sense, okay? Literally and figuratively, it has to make sense. And it's like, whether it's emotionally, whether it's financially, it doesn't matter. You guys are very intentional about where you're putting your energy. So yeah, you guys might not play around at this point in time in your life or on your journey when it comes to people and their shenanigans. But let's see. When Pile 3 leaves the room, what are people saying? What's the vibe? What are people saying? We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles. You guys could dress really nice. You look good. People comment. I feel like, ouch. Girl, why do I have my little headphones in and I forgot the volume was up, and oh my gosh, that was so loud in my ear. But there's a lot here about you being very, this is so funny. I feel like this came up in every group. Very sharp, for one. You guys could be very blunt. You tell it like it is. You may be known for telling it like it is. So, you know, this reading, it could be like what people actually say when you leave the room or when you have once left the room at a recent event, you know, because we want to focus on that too. Or it could just be in general, like what's the vibe you give. And you can kind of like flip this how you need to make it fit as if someone was saying this about you. But yeah, there's something about your hair being very abstract. Like I'm getting a lot of like, oh my gosh, like look at their hair. Like people really notice your hair. Something about like your style or like your etiquette or like how you present yourself, it really gives that image of this person is very knowledgeable or smart. I know. But it's like, yeah, like there's something here where it's like, oh yeah, they're very smart. I don't know, like you guys could also be another group that likes to wear certain attire that could be thought-provoking. Or there's just something about your image that's very put together. It's very polished, stylish, okay? People could definitely be saying that you're very stylish. Something on you looks like, or makes you look like you have money, okay? So whether you dress up or maybe you dress down, it's like how you put your stuff together. You could have a very expensive bag, but then your outfit could be maybe thrifted, anything like that. It's like how you put it together. It could just look like, I don't know, I'm getting like eccentric, abstract, but also just very fashionable. If you guys recently wore the color pink somewhere, you definitely had eyes on you. Or like when you wear pink, there's a lot of attention on you, okay? But when I think of this Nine of Pentacles, I think of someone who's very independent. So something about you, like when you walk out of the room or like how you walk, your walk is very, I don't even want to say strong. Let me see. What am I picking up on when it comes to... Yes, okay. It's like a graceful, like something about how you walk is very smooth, very graceful. You could be very friendly, like you might be someone that likes to say hello, say good morning. There was another pile that was kind of like this. So people could say you're very, people could say you're cute, attractive. I'm getting like a real cute type of energy. Very sweet, like helpful. You could be very helpful in the workplace. I'm getting some attraction here. Let me see. Currently, who is attracted to pile 3? Who is currently attracted to pile 3? Going off script. We have the Hierophant. We have another Taurus card. Look at this, all this Taurus energy in your spread. So the Hierophant. That could be someone. I don't know why I always think of someone who's higher up. A boss. A teacher. Of course, you guys will both be of age. There should be nobody that's under 18 on this page anyway. But yes, a teacher. This person feels like, yeah, they feel, or maybe even they're older than you. They do feel like they may be more experienced in life, like more experienced. But whoever this person is, they're very attracted to you. I'm getting just heavy Taurus energy, of course. Who's this person? This could be someone that you go to school with. Someone you've met in I was about to say a social circle. That was a tongue twister. Someone that you've met in a social circle. You guys could have mutual friends. We also have Cancer energy here. You could even meet this person around this time or around July. This is interesting. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Interesting. I ain't gonna lie, there's someone definitely attracted to you guys right now. So I don't know, use your intuition and kind of like put that in the mix if it resonates. If it doesn't, you know, leave it. But I'm definitely getting that. I keep playing with these cards, and you know what it's giving me? It's giving me Virgo energy. So someone could be a Virgo here. So you guys could be very anal about how stuff is. So that could also be why I'm getting this energy of someone being super polished, super put together, and all that. Okay. Oh, let me go to this deck. Okay, I'm just trying to fill out the energy to see if I'm getting anything else. With that little crush over there, whoever that is, that Taurus energy. So I am going to go to the Quantum Oracle. Let's see. You know what song just came to me? Rihanna, What's My Name? Red hair. You can have red hair too. If you got red hair right now, honey, standing out. Definitely something about the hair here. You guys could change the color. Or if you're thinking about changing the color, well, look at that. This just came out. Even though I didn't ask anything yet, but it's just funny that that just like literally flew out the deck. Kindred partnership, angels of the 4 directions. There's definitely someone attracted to you. But anyway, so what do people say when Pile 3 leaves the room? What do people say when Pile 3 leaves the room? Have a nice smile. Look at that, the loving woman. I'm telling you, there's definitely a graceful energy here. Yeah. Even if you're masculine, I'm sorry, like there's like just a graceful energy, and there's nothing wrong with being, you know, masculine. You could be masculine and graceful, I feel like. So it's just real smooth. Let's say smooth. It's very smooth. But that's how you're seen, okay? Very loving, very attentive, very attractive. There's that sweet nature coming out, okay? It's almost giving me that fairy dust type of energy going through the forest. You know, nature is nice. You could like to, you know, be outside. You could be very outdoorsy. Intuition and manifestation. You guys have kind of like a, you know what word just came to me? That's hilarious. Whimsical. I ain't heard that word in a minute. Very whimsical type of energy, or just an air to you. Something about either, like I said, what you wear, how you walk, and people love it. I'm really getting that with this group. So I'm gonna leave that there. Yep, I think that's where I'm gonna close it. So yes, Pile 3, that was your spirit. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments.